Hey, good afternoon, everyone. We're going over the market analysis summary. This is going to be discussion board week 3, and this is kind of going to be a continuation of our city pair analysis. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper and look at some of the aircraft that may benefit our company currently and with the current expansion that we're going to have going into the new market. So things we need to pay attention to when we're selecting an aircraft. We've already identified the benefits to it. We've looked at the time. Now we need to start narrowing it down to specific aircraft. So what are we going to be using the aircraft for? Are we going to do this for just travel, business meetings? Are we going to be traveling across the country with this aircraft? How many of our sites are we going to be traveling to? Are we going to be visiting customers? The other question is, how much do we want to invest? How much money are we wanting to put into on-demand aviation? How many passengers will we carry? Is it just going to be just the COO? Are there going to be other people accompanying him? Are we going to carry customers with us? What type of areas are we going to be flying to? Rural areas? Are we going to be flying into smaller airports, maybe where a jet will not be able to get access to? Some of these things, are we going to consider worldwide transport in the future? All these things need to be taken into account. I put together 4 aircraft for us to look over. We're going to have 2 turboprop aircraft. One of these is going to be a used aircraft. One of them is going to be a new aircraft. So in each category. So for the used aircraft, we're looking at a Cessna Conquest 2. It's going to come in at $1.4 million. Very nice aircraft. Initially, this is going to be the lowest cost for us to get into something that's going to handle our needs and get done what we need to get done. If we wanted to get into a Learjet or a jet type aircraft, it's going to cost us a little bit more. You can see in the chart comparison here. For the new aircraft, it's going to be a TBM 930. Or we're looking at a Cessna Citation CJ3, which is going to top out at almost $8.3 million. So the cost for new aircraft versus used aircraft are going to be a lot larger for us to get into corporate aviation and on-demand aviation. If this is something we're looking to explore. Certain performance comparison of each aircraft we want to look at. Obviously, cruise speed is a big factor. How fast do we want to go? Obviously, if we're looking in jet type aircraft, they're going to get us to the destination a little bit faster, have a lot larger payload. So you want to look at maximum cruise speed. Also, we want to look at available payload with max fuel. So this is going to be, if we load our aircraft up with the maximum amount of fuel we can carry, how much stuff, how many people can we carry? This is going to be a huge factor. Another thing is these 600 nautical mile trips is what we're going to be making to our new expansion. So this is the area that we focused on, the time. So time savings, jet aircraft versus turboprop aircraft. You can look at the Citation, 2 hours and 15 minutes for a 600 nautical mile trip versus the Learjet 45 with an hour and 23 minutes. So, and you can see the block speed there is considerable difference. Also, you have to factor into that, what is it going to cost us to make this trip? So obviously you can see a turboprop aircraft is going to be a lot lower cost versus a jet aircraft, and also things to consider are maintenance. Jets are going to be more expensive to maintain over time versus a turboprop type aircraft. If we want to look at the hourly comparison, obviously we're going to see the jets are faster in the comparison versus the turboprop aircraft. And so really what we have to weigh here is going to be the time cost, so time versus speed. And, speed is going to cost us more, obviously, as you can see from the chart here. You're looking at the Lear and then the Citation CJ3 versus the Conquest and the TBM. The TBM actually is a little bit faster, and the cost for the trip is a little bit less if we actually go back and look here. For the 600 nautical mile trip direct cost, but the initial purchase price is going to be much higher if we go back and look at the TBM. So the TBM is going to come in right at almost $4.2 million. So A lot of things for us to consider here. Information's all on the table. Thank you for watching.